up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Sports Mixtape. We have a special one for you today. It's Super Bowl everything, the whole episode. We're going to give you a little Super Bowl preview. We are going to go over our top 5 Super Bowl commercials as well. That should be fun, and I'm interested to see what you guys have. We're going to do some Super Bowl prop bets. And then we'll do a little bit of college basketball at the end. But let's start it out. Super Bowl 60.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Yeah.
You guys remember a few Super Bowls ago?
Yeah.
Marshawn?
Yep.
Yeah. This is a rematch of this Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That was Seahawks Pats.
Yep. Yeah, we got another Seahawks Patriots matchup. Pats are getting 4.5 points.
Yeah.
Over under, I think, is 45.5. So this should be an interesting game, a defensive game, I think.
It's going to be interesting. We've had 2 different paths to the Super Bowl. Seattle's been relying on that explosive offense. I think the last 2 games they put up a combined 72 on the 49ers and Rams. New England has rode their defense, grinded out some games. This is going to be an interesting matchup, and I think we're in for a battle here.
Yeah. Being played at San Francisco Stadium, so weather's not going to be a factor in this game.
And an interesting fact, neither team is practicing at the 49ers practice facility.
They don't want to grow an extra leg?
No, not for this Super Bowl game. But, I think they're practicing at a couple college campuses.
Yeah.
But, you mentioned it. Patriots played the Seahawks 2015. Patriots pulled that out on a bonehead call.
What a head scratch.
By Pete Carroll. We all know that Marshawn Lynch should have got the ball 4 times in a row. He didn't. But, it's gonna be a good one, to be honest with you. And I said defense. Both head coaches. Defensive head coaches, 2 great defensive teams. So I don't know how much scoring there's going to be.
Yeah. I think it's incredible that Sam Darnold is on the cusp of a Super Bowl championship. You know, we've talked about him quite a bit over the second half of the season. This is his 5th team.
Yep.
Right? And how many of those previous teams you think are wishing they could rewind the clock a little bit? Did you guys know that Sam Darnold is younger than Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, and Josh Allen?
Combined?
He's younger than all 3 of those guys. People forget how young he was when he came into the league. There's a lot of potential in this game. I think there's a couple of things that have to happen for each team to win the Super Bowl. I know you were talking about, Brad, before we shot, some different game plans. What I think for Seattle to win this game, Sam Darnold's got to take care of the ball.
Yeah.
He, throughout the course of the season, had the most turnovers in the NFL. New England is an opportunistic defense. In the 3 playoff games, they already have 8 turnovers. So him taking care of the ball is going to be huge. I think you flip it on the other side of the ball. If New England wants to win this game, they got to muck it up. It's got to be an ugly, grinded out, slow drive kind of game. Drake May seemingly dealing with a shoulder issue. But I think we're in for an exciting matchup. New England's not been blown out at all this year. You got 2 teams very solid, very consistent all season long, both of these teams.
Yeah.
So I think both teams need to have a very similar game plan in order to win. You got the Seattle's defense first is going to have to contain May. May has been running all over the place this playoffs. Last game, I think he had 65 yards and a touchdown. He's accounted for like 135 yards rushing throughout the playoffs. On the opposite end, New England's going to have to disrupt Darnold and make him see ghosts again, which I think is possible. But I think the upper hand goes to Seattle when it comes to the pass rush. Their front 4 can get after the quarterback. May has had some troubles with, quick pressure on him.
Yeah.
He is a good escape artist, but you're going against the best front 4 in the NFL this year, I believe.
And that's the key is Seattle while they don't get a ton of sacks, Brad's absolutely right. They generate pressure without blitzing.
Yes.
And that ability, because New England's offensive line has been pretty leaky. Ever since Campbell came back from injury. Campbell was awesome before the MCL injury. 3 playoff games, Drake May has been sacked 15 times. That could be why his shoulder's bothering him.
Yeah,
they're going to have to clean that up a little bit.
Both defenses, the only really there's not a whole lot of weaknesses in either one of these defenses. The one is similar for both defenses. It's the underneath routes by the opposing offenses. So expect to see tight ends heavily involved. Expect to see running backs heavily involved in this passing game. Seattle's going to have to establish a running game right out the gate, though. I think that's going to open everything up for Darnold.
I don't see it happening,
the
though.
Patriots, I think, have the number 1 rush defense.
They do.
So it's
going
going
to
be
but
tough.
they're going to have to try to establish that, I believe.
3 playoff games, Jimmy, you nailed it. 3 playoff games, the Pats are averaging 71 total rushing yards per game against them, especially since Milton Williams has come back. They are a very hard team to run the ball on. And listen, Seattle is a run-first offense. Even though Darnold looked good last week, let's not forget, the first couple playoff games, he managed the game because they're a run-first offense. I don't see Seattle being able to run the ball on them.
Yeah, I mean, I saw this. This is the only Super Bowl since the 1970 AFL-NFL merger in which both teams ranked in the top 4 in regular season scoring offense and regular season scoring defense.
Yeah.
So 2 very similar teams. It should be a good game. I for one, I do not see a ton of scoring going on. I think it'll be a very defensive game.
Go ahead, bro.
You were right.
Okay. So I think the only way New England's going to win this game, Ramondre Stevenson being involved in the passing game, and then Christian Gonzalez is going to have to do the near impossible and blanket Njigba.
Yeah, I don't
He'll
think
shadow
anyone.
him.
I don't think
He's gonna
anyone can
shadow,
do that. But
So-
you can only hope to contain him.
I'm curious if Vrabel pulls out the old Bill Belichick philosophy of we're going to take Njigba out of the game. Whatever we have to do and make Kupp and make Barner and make the other guys beat him. That was what Belichick used to do. It's like, this is your main guy. He will not be the guy beating us. And I'm curious to see if Vrabel takes that same approach and philosophy.
Yeah.
I want to touch on this, too, because New England's been getting some flack the last couple weeks. Offense hasn't played that good in the playoffs. They had an easy road to the Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah. No kidding, the offense hasn't played good. They played in a blizzard last week and sleeting rain the week before. Your numbers aren't going to look that good. We're going to get a game. You said, Brad, they're playing in San Francisco in the Bay Area. Weather conditions should be okay. You're going to see a totally different football team and a totally different Drake May. And I think even going into that Denver game last week, I actually think Mike Vrabel played a smart, cautious game with the weather being the way it was. They relied heavily on
They
the
went
defense.
up. They just handed it off. I don't know if they attempted to pass the last 10 minutes or so.
And let's face it, Seattle got the bye first round, threw up 41 on San Francisco, put up points on the Rams last week. San Francisco and the Rams do not have good defenses. They're going up against a legit top 5 NFL defense. So I find it interesting. This line has held steady at 4.5 all week. It hasn't moved. That lets me know Drake May's shoulder is probably fine. I think that line would have started creeping up if his shoulder was really too much of an issue. It's a very interesting matchup.
Yeah, I agree. And you have a coach in Mike Vrabel. He could be the first guy ever to win a Super Bowl as a player and as a coach of the same team. So,
and I tell you what, you go back, rewind this preseason, nobody had these 2 teams in the Super Bowl.
No, they were.
Pats are ahead of schedule. McDonald's done an awesome job with Seattle, but nobody was putting Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl.
I think, again, this is the first Super Bowl ever where preseason these 2 teams were both like over 50-1 odds.
So you see, I saw this thing about Minnesota, the Vikings, and they let Darnold go. They tried super hard to trade up to get Drake May in the draft that year too.
Interesting.
So both quarterbacks who are in the Super Bowl, Minnesota lost out on.
Yeah, I mean,
well, and we talked about it last week. Sam Darnold has a chance to be a Ghostbuster this week, to put the seeing ghost to rest. That was against New England years ago when he was with the Jets. And reality is, I think these 2 teams are going to be good for a while. both have solid defensive-minded coaches, like Jimmy said. Sam Darnold looks like he has turned the page. He's still young. Drake May and Vrabel, you couldn't ask for a better combination if you're a New England fan. And I tell you who to watch out for in this game. I don't want to get too far ahead of it into props. Coming off a game last week where he saw 3 or 4 snaps is Travion Henderson.
Yeah.
I think that had more to do with game flow. I think with the speed in Seattle's secondary, you're going to see him a little more juice, a little more electricity. We'll get to our props a bit later on.
Yeah, but, the Patriots play the hot hand, and Ramondre he's been on fire lately, but, he's not ripping off any big runs against the Seattle defense. So I think you're going to see a lot more Travion.
I do too.
Let me ask you guys this. Being it's the last game of the season, preservation of players is,
out the window.
Out the window. We know Drake May can run the ball. Do you guys think the Patriots have some more designed run calls for Drake May in this game?
It's my lock.
I think it was kind of preservation all year to not really force him designed runs, just to keep him healthy all year.
I don't want to forecast too much, but my lock this week is the Drake May over rushing yards. I think it's a no-brainer, 38.5. There's no way. With the offensive line, the way it's been playing, with how Seattle's able to generate pressure without the blitz, I think you're going to see May, for the reason you said, Brad. He's got plenty of time to rest after this game.
I think they spy him all game. I think Seattle, McDonald defensive coach, and he's seen what May could do. I think they only need four linemen to rush the passer. I think they keep a linebacker and spy him the whole game. But
yeah,
he's going to have to run if they want to win, though.
So who you guys taking? Contest and winning the game. Spread was Seattle 4.5.
I take Seattle 4.5. I just don't think New England could keep up with them.
Well,
I think Seattle's offense is too explosive, and their defense is too good to where if they jump out to an early lead, I don't think that they're going to look back.
So Brad's got Seattle covering and winning the game.
I actually heard the line hasn't changed in Vegas, but all the big money, the sharp, everyone is on Seattle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go New England getting 4.5.
The contest champ has spoken.
Who do you have winning the game?
I have Seattle winning, but I think it's going to be a close, low-scoring game.
Who you got, Brent?
I got the same thing as Jimmy. I've got Seattle winning by 2 or 3 points. I've got New England covering the spread. I think this New England team is better than people are giving them credit for.
Yeah.
I think they had a pretty tough road with some of the defenses and weather conditions.
I think it's the best coach team in the league right now.
There's a part of me. I had the plus 4.5 with my contest, no problem. So this means Jimmy won our contest. The loser of me and Brad is the one who's going to be paying dinner. The other one will be paying the tip. So Brad and I have opposite picks on this one.
But let's let everyone know we all went over 500.
A couple games over 500.
Hey, look, if you stuck with us through the year, you would have made money.
Even now, there's a part of me that really thinks New England's got a chance to win this game, but Seattle has just looked too good this postseason.
My only hesitation is I just think this is going to be a great learning experience for Drake May. I don't know if he's got what it takes this year. I expect to see him back in the Super Bowl more than once, but I don't see it happening. I think Darnold is hungry for this one.
Wait till they get May some weapons.
Yeah.
Wait till they get him some legit.
That's the only thing holding them back right now. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
it'll be fun. Super Bowl week.
I can't wait. I'm pretty excited for this game. All the talk everywhere is really hyping me up, and I can't wait to watch this.
Oh yeah, Super Bowl week's a good week.
All right.
Some trivia.
Yeah, I think you guys are in for a treat. Brad is going to be hosting trivia this week. And, of course, it's Super Bowl trivia. So
Let me get my wardrobe changed.
Yeah, we're going to test mine and Brent's knowledge. And
Whiteboard me.
See what happens. I took an L last time in this to Brad. But and we should, I think... at some point we'll start doing contests for all this stuff. We'll keep track of the trivia wins and losses.
Oh, looking good. Our host over
All
there.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Trivia host has arrived.
Brad, why don't you tell him, give him a little rundown, refresher of how this trivia works.
So I've got about 20 questions. We are going to see, time-wise, if we could get through them all. I've got just some straight-up questions, some multiple-choice questions. I got some bonus questions built into other questions. We're going to tally the points after our regulation round. And then at the end, we're going to have our version of a double Jeopardy. We're going to, you guys will do a wager.
Yep.
And we'll see who wins at the end.
Jimmy, I think the audience will be able to see it better if we do it this way. Yeah. What do they call this? Landscape mode.
Do you think I look like Steve Harvey?
You do.
Good.
All right,
Looking
good.
good.
Are you shot?
I
Doesn't he have
shaved
those?
my mustache.
Doesn't Steve Harvey sell those like big parachute dress pants?
The MC Hammer
I mean,
pants?
Yeah, you should get a pair.
All right, you guys ready to start this?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Rock and roll.
All right, question number 1. Which two teams are tied for the most Super Bowl wins with 6 each? And I'm going to give 1 point per team that you guys could list.
Nice cupcake to get us started.
Yeah, let's start it off
you,
soft.
Brad. Thank you for that. Jimmy,
All
you
right,
ready?
turn them around. Write them big, too.
Patriots Steelers.
Same.
Patriots, Steelers.
All right.
2 points each.
Good. So he's just trying to get our confidence up before he destroys it.
Exactly.
This one's another soft toss for you guys.
Don't say that, because if I get it wrong, I feel bad.
Which team lost 4 consecutive Super Bowls? There you go, Jay.
That poor team up north.
Yeah. Was that Mark Levy?
Marv
Coach?
Levy.
Marv Levy?
Levy and
Jim
Jim
Kelly.
Kelly.
Yeah.
Thurman Thomas.
They
What
had
a
a
team.
sick
Bruce
team.
Smith.
Cornelius Bennett.
BB was the
Don
wide
Beebe.
receiver.
Andre Reed.
Yeah.
That was a great
James
team.
Lofton. Phenomenal.
Awesome
other wide
team.
Do you think
receiver.
anyone ever is going to
Hey.
make 4 Super Bowls in a row?
Very, very good team to play with in Tecmo.
Yeah.
All
Super Bowl.
NFC East teams beat them. Starting with the Giants, then
Not-
you had the Redskins,
not all.
then you had Dallas twice.
Not all the NFC teams.
Not all. Yeah.
I wish. I'd like an extra Super Bowl. on
Let me
the resume.
rephrase that. All 4 losses were to NFC East
Yeah.
teams.
You talk about a brutal stretch for a fan.
Oh man.
I'd rather not make the Super Bowl than lose 4
in a row.
And I really thought during the one Bills Dallas game, do you remember when Don Beebe tracked down
Leon Lett.
Leon Lett and stripped the ball right before he went in for the touchdown?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, number 3. The New England Patriots have been to more Super Bowls than any other team. How many have they been to, including this year?
Including this year.
Including this year, how many Super Bowl appearances for the New England Patriots?
Oh, man,
Jimmy, you should know this.
No talking.
I don't. I have 1 of 2 answers, and
Including this year.
Yes.
oh man, I think I know a number, but I don't know if that
Hold on,
includes
hold
this
on.
year.
Got it. We ready?
Locked in?
Yep.
Lucky number 11.
What is it?
This is their 12th
I
Super Bowl
knew
appearance this year.
I saw this stat somewhere this
Hold
week,
on.
and I couldn't.
I can't think of the 12th one because I want to point this out. Compliments to TJ, Jimmy's brother.
Oh,
This
Shout out,
was
TJ.
one
This-
of the Super Bowls, the first time they played New England, Chicago, the Super Bowl Shuffle.
An original
What a-
VHS.
one of the best music videos of all time.
We try to hide some Easter eggs on this back shelf every week.
Yeah.
We try to mix things up, so always keep an eye on that. Okay, so we've got the 6 Tom Brady wins.
Yeah.
We have the 3 losses, 2 to the Giants, 1 to the Eagles. That's 9.
That's 9.
We have the New England versus the Bears, which is 10, and then we have this year as 11. I can't think of the other one.
I can't.
We'll have to look it up
after
after the show because I thought for sure we were at.
I saw a stat
11.
that said 11, but I thought it said they'd been to 11, so I don't.
Yeah, what hadn't been.
There must have been
included this
another
year, yeah.
Super Bowl loss in there.
It could have been. It could have been way back in the day too.
Yeah.
Because I do believe
I
Robert
still think-
Kraft had been to a Super Bowl before Belichick and
He
Brady
did.
had gotten there, but that was that
That
one.
Chicago
Yeah.
one. We're gonna have to look that one up.
Hey, feel free to stat check us, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
There's
Question-
got to be one we're blanking on.
Yeah.
Missing at this point.
I mean, we're up to Super Bowl 60 now. So.
I know. It's a lot to remember.
Yep.
Oh, he's right. Drew Bledsoe lost to Brett Favre.
There you go.
Bill Parcells was the coach.
Okay. 12 it is.
Here we
We
go.
believe you now.
All right. Question number 4. You have an opportunity for 4 points in this question.
I like
okay?
it. Brad's got good trivia. We get some bonus points.
All right. 4 teams have never been to the Super Bowl. Not even won the Super Bowl. Never been to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Name as many as you can.
How many did you say?
4.
I could think of 2.
4 have never been.
Mm-hmm.
Got him.
And a little hint.
I'm going to
Not
you know what?
cities, teams.
Got him.
I am going to go with these 2 because I think they're too new to have been.
All right, we ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
I have the Browns, Texans, Jaguars, and Lions.
You are correct.
The Lions, Vikings, Jaguars, and Texans.
Vikings have lost, I believe, 4 Super
I
Bowls.
think, yeah.
Back in the day.
Don't give out too much information.
The Purple People Eaters.
Who are the 4?
Jags, Texans, Browns, and Lions.
Jimmy, what'd you get?
Who did you
I got
miss?
3,
Who did you
yeah.
miss? Browns
I
No,
put
you
Vikings.
instead
So you
of
missed Detroit then, right?
Lions. Okay. Off to a hot start, though, Jimmy. Nice work.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, I thought Jags and Texans were too new to have been. I don't remember them going.
Jags were close. Remember the year? The year before John Elway finally got his Super Bowl was the year. I mean, I think Denver was either 15-1 or 14-2 that regular season.
One of the Jags' first
Mark
seasons,
Brunell
too.
and the Jags
Yeah.
knocked a big
Brunell.
upset. And then the Jags were on the cusp of going with.
Was that a Maurice Jones-Drew year too?
Hold on, not the Brunell year, but who was that quarterback that went to Central Florida? They almost beat the Patriots one of those years that the Patriots made the Super Bowl. Jalen Ramsey was the safety or cornerback for him at this time. It'll come to me. New England had a big come from behind victory in that game to beat Jacksonville.
Oh, the backup?
Nope. He only had a couple years. He went to Central Florida. Can't remember his name. It'll come to me.
Okay. All right, yeah, you guys are off to a hot start so far.
I like it.
All right. This question. Which team became the first wild card team to win the Super Bowl? And I'll give you a little hint.
I guess.
1981.
I know who won in 1980.
I don't know any years, so that could be a detriment to me. I have no
Yeah.
idea.
All the years blend together.
This is a guess for me.
All right, locked in?
I got Steelers,
I had the Redskins.
Both of you are wrong.
Raiders.
It's the Oakland Raiders. John Madden, Oakland Raiders.
All right.
They beat Ron Jaworski and the Eagles that year.
That was the 80 season.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's who I had at first. But
That was Super Bowl 15. They won 27-10 over the Eagles.
I believe Dick Vermeil coached the Eagles that year.
Yeah.
And what did I just watch? I just watched Invincible with the kids. Dick
Oh,
Vermeil
yeah.
was the Eagles. That was a great movie.
I love that movie. Good Mark.
Unfortunately,
Good
Marky
Molly.
Mark was not on that team.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a famous image of the team hoisting John Madden up on their shoulders after that victory. All right, and Madden coached some tough defenses then too.
Those Raiders squads were
He's a
tough.
legend.
Kenny Stabler, quarterback. I think Plunkett might have been the quarterback for the game that they beat the Eagles. That was the Eagles' first ever Super Bowl appearance. They had won an NFL championship before it was called the Super Bowl. That was the first one that they had, though.
All right, it's a true or false question. Number 6. A player has never won the MVP on the losing team. There's also going to be a bonus question involved in this.
Who is that player?
Oh, gosh.
All right, so I've got false.
So do I.
It's false. There has been a defensive player.
You gave it away.
So you want us to write the defensive player?
If you can name the defensive player, yeah.
What kind of points are we looking at?
I'll give you 1 extra point for this one.
I've got Randy White from the Dallas Cowboys.
I have Woodson.
No, Brent's right on the team, but this was Chuck Howley. This was back Super Bowl V, 1971.
Did they lose to the Steelers?
But no, the Baltimore Colts. They called this the Blunder Bowl. 11 turnovers in this game.
Wow.
11. That's
Combined 11 turnovers, but Chuck Howley was responsible for 2 interceptions and 1 forced fumble in this game. Unreal
pretty
performance.
good day.
Yeah.
All right, so you each get 1 point. All right. On to question number 7. Who is the only quarterback in Super Bowl history to throw for and catch a touchdown pass in the Super Bowl?
Ready?
Got it?
It's my guy.
Nick Foles.
Slick Nick.
The Philly special right here in honor. Super
Yep.
Bowl week.
41-33. That was another Tom Brady loss.
Saint Nick Foles.
Bonus question.
Oh, gosh. Come on.
What was the famous play called on his touchdown reception?
Oh, gosh.
This is unfair.
There'll be one Jimmy's way too.
I actually had to decide between this T-shirt or the play that Brad
I
is saying.
know,
with what
I
was
know
gonna
the
wear
name of this, and
tonight.
I can't think of it.
I'll give you 10 more seconds, Jimmy. Yeah, I know Brent will have this one.
I just saw an article or something this week talking about this is such a common tattoo in Philadelphia. The diagram for this play. This is our first ever Super Bowl win. Tom Brady's kryptonite was just like the Buffalo Bills. Tom Brady's kryptonite was the NFC East.
All right.
All right,
Ready?
that extra time helped you, Jimmy. The
Philly special.
Philly special.
It was back there somewhere, just clogged up by some other stuff.
You know, I saw a clip of Eli Manning freestyling, and it was about his victories over Tom Brady. It was great.
Yeah.
All right, this one kind of goes hand in hand with the last question. Who is the only other player in Super Bowl history to accomplish the same feat? Only other player to throw for a touchdown and receive a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Mm.
And I'll give you a hint. It was fairly recent.
Yeah. All right.
They're in?
I'm going
Say
Mahomes.
Julian Edelman.
No, it wasn't a quarterback.
Yeah.
It was a wide receiver. This was Juwan Jennings for the 49ers in two Super Bowls ago, 58.
Okay.
They did end up losing, though, to Kansas City.
I knew it was a receiver. I just couldn't remember who.
Make sure I get my tallies right. All right, next question. Which quarterback famously guaranteed a Super Bowl victory and followed through? This guy was full of charisma.
Broadway Joe.
Both have Joe Namath. Super Bowl III. It was famous. I guess he was eating dinner or something, and someone from the media was asking him if he thought that he'd win. And he said, "I guarantee it."
That was the peak as a Jets fan, and I wasn't even alive.
So get this stat. This is one of the greatest upsets. They beat the Baltimore Colts. Very low scoring game. This is one of the greatest upsets in all of sports history. They were an 18 to 19.5 point underdog in this game.
Well, the Colts were
Johnny Unitas.
that merger. The Colts were like demolishing everybody.
Yep.
That's why when they were playing the Jets, people were like, they're gonna get killed. Like the Colts are the best team in the world, and the Jets are from the AFL or whatever. And
Was that when the AFL and NFL merged together to form? I think
there was
This was Super Bowl III.
Yeah.
So the Jets jumped out 16 to nothing. The Colts never scored till late in the fourth quarter in this game.
Wow. Those high socks, right? Broadway Joe, the mink coat.
The mink coat, man.
It was
was
great
famous,
look.
yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, I know he went to college there, but I'm pretty sure as much as a New York guy as he became, Joe Namath went to the University of Alabama.
Yeah.
I believe he's from the state of Alabama.
Oh, he's a Southern Belle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Full of charisma and full of something else that night he did the Monday Night Football.
Oh,
interview.
that was great. Classic interview.
Oh, mercy.
All right, so you both should get this next one. Thanks to Brent. What team has played in 4 Super Bowls but never held a lead?
Oh wait, played in 4 Super Bowls but never held the lead.
Never held a lead.
Well, now I'm gonna that you both kind of gave me that.
Yeah.
Vikings.
The Vikings, yeah. So they played, and they're pretty close to consecutive, but Super Bowl 4, 8, 9, and 11. First one was against Kansas City, next one against Miami, next one against Pittsburgh, the next one against Oakland. All right, moving on. Question number 11. What famous jeweler makes the Lombardi Trophy? These are like my special prop questions. Like who's going to win the coin toss?
This is a shot in the dark, but
I don't even know.
it's the only thing I could really think of, to be honest with you.
I got nothing.
Nothing?
I got nothing.
I put Tiffany's.
Tiffany and Company. Diamonds are girls' best friend.
Jimmy.
You know, Lou.
I give you a chance at redemption, Brent. And Jimmy, you'll have a chance at one more point on this question. What material is this made of?
This is the Super Bowl or the rings?
The Lombardi Trophy.
Okay.
The famous
trophy.
Lombardi Trophy. Super Bowl trophy.
I have no idea, but no, I'm gonna go. I put silver.
I said platinum.
It's sterling silver.
Jimmy.
There you go, Jimmy.
Jimmy the jeweler over here.
You know, I put aluminum at first. I was like, I was like that would be way too cheap of a Super Bowl trophy.
Tiffany and Company invested in Reynolds, right?
Well, I was gonna say, so my cousin Lou, when he got married, he gave me a silver Tiffany money clip.
That's the kind of fantasy football trophy AJ's going to buy Brad this
aluminum.
year. To pocket a little bit of money.
Did you get that yet? Your trophy?
No, AJ.
Where is the trophy?
We know you're watching. I did get paid, though.
Yeah.
John, have you gotten paid yet? All right. Question number 12. Who is the only quarterback to win Super Bowl MVP without throwing or personally accounting for a touchdown?
Oh, I know this.
Only quarterback to win the MVP without accounting for any touchdowns.
Pretty sure this is it.
Ready?
Yeah.
John Elway?
Got Joe Namath.
It's Joe Namath. I had to give Brent one for his team and give Jimmy one
I
for his
felt bad
team.
because I knew that as a Jets fan, but that's only because people give me crap about that.
Yeah, I don't.
That was in that, the only Jets Super Bowl win, that Super Bowl number 3.
The only way I know. It's the only Super Bowl that I could ever watch.
Is that their only appearance also?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They've gotten close a couple times though with
Rex.
Sanchez, man.
Rex Ryan.
It's the only Jets jersey I've ever owned.
Yep. All right, guys. Number 13. 2 cities are tied for hosting the most Super Bowls. Name both if you can. 1 point per city.
Yeah, it's going to be a shot in the dark, but...
I got Miami and New Orleans.
I have Miami and San Fran.
It's Miami and New Orleans.
Oh, all right.
This is good. You guys are going back and forth.
It's a battle.
I knew Miami. The other was just a guess.
Did you go down for Super Bowl week when it was in Miami one year?
Tampa Bay.
Tampa, okay.
It was the Steelers.
Packers?
Is that
Might have been the Steelers Packers.
Steelers Cardinals?
I didn't actually go. I actually went for the parties.
Actually, might have been that Steelers Cardinals one
It
because
could
that
have
was when
been.
we were living down in Atlanta.
That was a phenomenal Super Bowl too.
And I was really hoping Larry Fitzgerald was going to get a title that year. Kurt Warner.
Harrison ran one back right before the half.
Oh
He
yeah.
had that
And then you had
Santonio Holmes catch
Yes.
in that Super Bowl was
the toe tap catch.
unbelievable. That Kurt Warner team got hot in the playoffs. They knocked the Eagles. That was when the Eagles were making regular appearances in the
Yeah.
NFC Championship game.
That was another Vermeil-led team too. The Rams. I think Vermeil was the coach during that era. Is that
Yeah.
Torrey Holt
Yeah.
and Warner?
Isaac Bruce.
Where are the Rams coming from? Oh, no. Warner was the Cards quarterback.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
yeah,
after.
okay.
Yeah.
That's
But you're right. That greatest show on turf team.
Yeah.
We'll talk about them a little later during the Super Bowl commercials.
All right. Number 14. 2 performers are tied for most Super Bowl halftime shows with 3 apiece. 1 point per performer.
Can we repeat that question?
2 halftime show performers are tied with the most in Super Bowl history with 3 apiece. I'll give you a point per performer that you name.
Whew.
I'm trying to mix in a couple like novelty questions.
I have no idea.
I'll give you 10 more seconds.
And maybe.
Hint, I had the haircut of one of these performers in high school.
It's a shot in the dark here.
What do you got?
I went Justin Timberlake, Beyonce, and Prince.
No, only 2 performers. They had 3 each, so name 2 performers.
Oh, so I'm going Timberlake and Beyonce.
All right.
I'm going Prince and the Rolling Stones.
Gloria Estefan and Justin Timberlake. I had the fro in high school.
Jimmy.
All right. I just remember him performing a bunch.
Mm-hmm. You remember the famous Janet Jackson Timberlake performance?
My favorite.
All right, question number 15. Which announcer has called the most Super Bowls? Think of all the great color commentators out there over the years.
I know there's a lot of them.
And he called 16 Super Bowls over the years.
Or, oh God.
These are getting tougher and tougher.
Yeah,
I have like
tougher
3
as we
guys
go
that
on,
could
yeah.
be, but I wrote John Madden.
I said Al Michaels.
No, neither one.
Musburger?
Now, Madden hosted 8 of these Super Bowls with him, but it's Pat Summerall. And I got a feeling Al Michaels may catch him, though, eventually.
It's
Yeah.
the greatest combo ever. Summerall and Madden.
Yeah. Brains and brawn.
Boom!
All right, I got a multiple choice question for you here, all right? How many chicken wings are consumed on Super Bowl Sunday on average?
We going weight or number?
Bite.
Number, all right? A, 100 million. B, 550 million. C, 1.45 billion. Or D, 2.3 billion. I'll repeat them. A, 100 million. B, 550 million. C, 1.45 billion. Or D, 2.3 billion.
Wow.
And while you guys are thinking, did you know that there's something called the NCC, the National Chicken Council? I want to be on this.
The amount of chicken wings I eat.
That's who tallies these numbers.
Do you know who the president of that is?
No.
Tommy Callahan.
Yeah.
Tommy want wingy.
All right.
you got an answer?
I put D.
I said B.
So
C.
I think I account for half this number,
C?
but it's C. 1.45 billion chicken wings
C
consumed.
first,
That's insane.
Isn't
that
it?
is crazy. But
How do you get
Insane.
these numbers, though?
Yeah, good point.
All right, good effort. I knew that would just be a guess from both of you.
That was a good question, though.
I like that. I like the prop bet questions.
All right, we're getting down to it. Only a few more, 4 more questions left in the regular rounds here. So
I got to catch up. I think Jimmy's got me.
Probably by only 1 or so.
what 2 teams are tied for most Super Bowl losses? 1 point per team. What 2 teams are tied for the most Super Bowl losses with 5 apiece?
And oops.
Okay.
Man,
I said Pats Broncos.
Said Pats Bills.
it's the Pats Broncos. Good call, man.
Good.
I thought one of you guys may take the bait of like saying Minnesota or Buffalo.
I almost
I did
did
say
until you said
Buffalo.
5. I was going there.
I knew it wasn't Buffalo, but I
Look, before he got that first win, John Elway had a rough stretch in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
A rough stretch.
Yeah.
And incredible regular
Some
seasons too.
Some blowouts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He got hammered in one of them.
The Niners.
Yeah.
The 49ers. And then one of the years, they went up early. It was like 10-0 or something. And then Washington in some insane like 10-minute stretch scored like 29 points or something crazy. It was, a couple rough goes there.
All right,
I needed that one.
this is going to date everyone because none of us were there. How much did a ticket to the first Super Bowl cost? And this is multiple choice. A, $12. B, $15. C, $18, or D, $20? How much did the first Super Bowl ticket cost?
What are the choices one more time?
A, $12, B, $15, C, $18, and D, $20. I wish these prices remain the same now.
All right.
We in?
I said B.
Said A.
It's A, $12.
Making a little comeback.
Could you imagine how cheap a beer was to go into those games? Probably like
Penny?
5 cents.
Those were the days, even though I wasn't around.
Question 19. Which two teams played in that first Super Bowl? This should be an easy one. If you ever watched NFL films.
I know one of them.
And I'll give a point per team. I want to say they met a couple times.
I think it was the first 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. You guys in?
Put Packers, Rams.
Packers, Chiefs.
Packers,
That's
Chiefs. Yep.
Couldn't think of that other team.
Bart Starr, Len Dawson. Yeah, I think the Chiefs were in the first 2. And if that's the case, then the Chiefs have also lost 4 Super Bowls. Because they lost to Tampa, Philly.
All right. This is the last question in the regulation rounds. Which team holds the highest Super Bowl point total with 55 points in the game? Which team holds the highest, well, let's say single team point total with 55 points in the game?
I gotta get this. Brent knows it.
It's one of 2 teams. I don't know which one, but I've got a good idea.
I was putting up some numbers there.
Oh, I think I'm gonna change this one. I know it's one of 2 teams. I'm gonna stick with my gut.
I don't know, the
We in?
Buccaneers.
It's either Washington or the 49ers. I have said Washington.
It's Joe Montana
Yeah,
against the
Broncos.
49ers against the Broncos. So Joe Montana threw 5 touchdown passes in this game, 3 of them to Jerry Rice. Elway was sacked 4 times, and San Fran forced 4 turnovers.
That team was so good.
All right, you ready for the final trivia round where you want to make a wager?
This is Final Jeopardy.
This
Final
is it.
trivia.
This is
How
the
many
final
we
trivia.
gotta? We can't go over.
You gotta
the
tell us
points
how
that
many
we
points
have.
we have first.
Oh, yeah, let me tally. Yeah, that's good.
That's a battle, Jimmy. I
Let's
feel
see.
like there was some back and forth there.
You know, it's tough when you get a question and you think you know it and you're under the pressure to answer.
Let us know in the comments how you think Brad did on his hosting there. Those were some really good questions.
Yeah, if you guys are playing along at home, let us know how many you got right. And no cheating.
Brent, 19.
Okay? I'll write that in the corner so I remember.
It's going to be close either way, so
I think we're probably tied.
Jimmy, 17.
Okay.
You guys are good because with the bonus questions and multiple point options.
Yeah.
You guys are pretty close. So 19 to 17. I'm going to ask the question, write down your wager and your answer. This is going to be a multiple choice question though, okay? So the wager is going to be a big factor in this one. How much does the Lombardi Trophy weigh?
Well, you got to write the wager first or the question first?
let's
Well,
write the
the wager with
let's
your
write the-
question so you don't
well-
know what you're wagering.
Well, I think you got to write the wager first before we hear the question. Because if you know
Oh,
it, you
you
can
heard it.
wager. I didn't hear it.
All right, well,
Yeah, all right. Well, it's multiple choice, so
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
none of you got. You're not going to know this off the top of your head unless you know.
unless we're an
You love
engineer.
trivia. How much does the Lombardi Trophy weigh? A, 5 pounds. B, 7 pounds. C, 9 pounds. Or D, 11 pounds. A, 5 pounds, B, 7 pounds, C, 9 pounds, or D, 11 pounds?
I'm trying to think what I can compare it to weight-wise, but I've never held it.
You held one of these before?
Never held it, so I can't even compare it. All right, I mean...
Yeah, the wager's going to matter here. So,
What'd
Brent, what'd you wager?
I wagered 10.
Jimmy, what'd you wager?
I wagered 10 as well.
All right, turn them. It's B, 7 pounds. Jimmy coming out on top. Way to go.
Comeback win. Nice work.
Another useless
wow.
novelty question, but
Yeah, and I want to know, if any of you knew that off the top of your head, that's amazing.
Is it 7 pounds or 9
7
pounds?
pounds. I had a tough time narrowing down 20 questions. There's so many
Just trying to think
options
of
for
like,
questions here.
you know, the guys like do this with it. So I was
Yeah.
trying to think like what.
Well, that's what I was
what's
like,
that?
those guys who do that could also do like 200
But
pounds.
11
like
pounds
that.
is not just a little...
It's not light. To those guys it is.
All right,
Oh,
yeah.
hey, good cut. Hey, you guys did pretty well.
It's great.
Give it up for your host.
Commend
Great
you.
fun. Nice work, Brad.
All right, I hope you
Isn't,
guys enjoyed that.
Isn't researching the questions pretty fun?
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like you learn like
Love
a
it.
lot of stuff as you're looking through.
All right, guys, we have actually another fun thing for you right now. We're going to jump right into it. Our top 5 Super Bowl commercials. There's a million commercials out there, but we are doing our personal top 5 favorites.
This was like I know.
Impossible.
Yeah, we say that with every top 5 because we usually debate and text like, should we make it a top 10? But then that would defeat some of the purpose.
Yeah.
But we just got to set the scene here for a minute because I don't know, I'm probably going to sound like an old guy here, but when we were young, you did not want to get up to go to the bathroom during the commercial breaks during
No.
the Super Bowl. I mean, they were like a real thing. You had competition going on. You could typically always depend on Budweiser, Pepsi, or Doritos putting out a phenomenal commercial every year.
Always. It's been disappointing the past few years.
Here's what I
to
think-
get back on top.
Here's what I think the difference is. I think nowadays you get a good one every once in a while, or maybe 1 or 2 a year. Back when we were kids, there were multiple per year that you were like talking about the next day at school.
For sure.
Yep.
Catchphrases would come from. So I want to bring back that energy to Super Bowl commercials. I want to bring back a competitive Pro Bowl, and I want to bring back good Super Bowl commercials.
They need to just hire like people like Larry David or Saturday Night Live writers
right.
to write these commercials.
Yeah, bring back funny Super Bowl commercials.
Make Super Bowl commercials great again.
Yeah.
Are we going to start with our number 5 and work our
Yeah.
way up?
Yep.
All right, cool.
All right, so, yeah, we'll start with number 5 up to 1. You want to lead us off, Brad?
Sure. I had a tough time finding this one. This is probably the only commercial in the past few years that actually made me laugh out loud. This is the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups commercial from 2024 Super Bowl. Reese's announces, like, set the scene. There's a diverse group of people in a living room together, and there's an announcer, like, speaking from wherever. And he announces Reese's is making a change to the peanut butter cups. And everyone goes, no! One guy sticks his head in a bowl of chili. Another guy flips the coffee table. Another guy puts his head through the drywall. A woman jumps out the window. One guy's just standing there like this.
I think I saw that.
There's a grandma who spits her drink out. Then the announcer goes that the change is that they're adding more caramel. Everyone yells, yes! The guy starts patching up the drywall. The other guy fixing the coffee table. The woman jumps back through the window into the living room. Guy's got his thumbs up this time. Then the announcer goes, but it's a special release. We're only releasing a certain amount. Everyone goes, no! The woman jumps out the other window. The grandma elbow drops the coffee table.
Yeah.
It's great. The guy puts his head back in the chili.
That's a good one.
Then the announcer goes, we're going to release a few million. Everyone goes, yes! The grandma starts making out with one of the young guys. There's so much going on in this one, and it's only 30 seconds long. So do yourselves a favor. Look this one up and watch it like 10 times and just watch what each individual person does every time.
Speaking of Reese's, maybe around like Easter time, we got to do a top 5 candy. As one of our countdowns.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Well, that's my number 5. Yeah.
All right. Brent?
My number 5 comes from Super Bowl 45. In this Super Bowl, the Packers beat the Steelers 31-25. This is Volkswagen The Force ad. So this starts out, you have the Imperial March music playing in the background. There's this young kid dressed up as Darth Vader.
He's probably, like 4 years old?
Yeah,
tiny.
He's going around his house. He's going up to the exercise bike, and he's trying to use the Force to get something to happen. He goes up to the dog. His mom has made him lunch. He's trying to get the plate slid over. He's going to all these different areas in the house, and you just see the disappointment is building. His dad gets home from work. His dad gets out of the car, like, excited to see him. He pushes the dad out of the way, and he's, like, really, like, dialing it in. And by this time, the dad has made his way inside, and he does it to the car, and nothing happens. And then he does it to the car again, and then all of a sudden, the car turns on. And so this was emphasizing the Volkswagen key fob, something we all take for granted now. You can warm your car up before you go outside. So it was the push to start, and the dad just looks at the wife in the kitchen smiling. I thought this was such like a funny, wholesome commercial.
That one's on my list, but not on my top 5, but on my honorable mentions. Yeah, good one.
All right, my number 5 is from the 2012 Super Bowl. It's a Doritos ad, and it's called Sling Baby. And basically with this commercial, it's a young child is sitting on a play set, and he has a bag of Doritos. And his grandmother's in a wheelchair with a little baby in a jumper, and the kid's teasing the grandma with Doritos. So she grabs the little baby in the jumper, pulls him back like a slingshot, and shoots him forward. And he grabs the Doritos and slings back, and the kid in the playset just looks surprised, and the grandma and the baby are sitting there just munching on the Doritos.
Doritos had some great ones.
I've got a handful of Doritos in my honorable mentions.
Doritos always.
And they're always short. They're always like 30-second clips, but they're good.
The shorter ones are always the best ones.
Yeah.
All right, for number 4, I've got a Doritos one as well. This one's called Free Doritos. Oh, this one was back in 2009. It's a office setting. This guy, he's got this snow globe, and he's telling his coworker, "I've got this crystal ball, and it'll get me what I want." And he's like, "I could get free Doritos." So he turns and he chucks the snow globe at the vending machine, and it shatters the glass, and they get free Doritos. Clip to the next scene. His coworker now has the crystal ball, and he goes, "I wish for a promotion," and he chucks it, and it hits his boss right in the guyuns. And the other coworker goes, I got it. He goes, no promotion in your future. Yeah. But this one had me on the ground laughing.
There are so many good. Go down the YouTube rabbit hole.
Yeah, these are all on YouTube, so if you want to watch these, just check them out.
All right, my number 4 comes from the year 2000. In this Super Bowl, this was Super Bowl 34, the greatest show on turf Rams with Kurt Warner, Marshall Faulk, Isaac Bruce, and a rookie Torrey Holt, Wolfpack, beat the Titans 23-16. In my opinion, this was one of the greatest Super Bowls ever played. Dyson got stopped on the 1-yard line.
Yep.
So we're going with the Budweiser commercials. I just watched this. I just watched this in researching, and I still was chuckling at it. It's just a ridiculous.
I have that on my top 5.
It's a ridiculous nonsense commercial.
Yo, Dookie, pick up the phone.
Yeah. We'll set the tone here. Jimmy was at our house for this Super Bowl. Jimmy and I were 16 years old. Our parents used to have a Super Bowl party every single year. This first aired in December of this year during a Monday Night Football game, but it did not get popular until it was shown on the Super Bowl. You got a guy, he's laying on his couch, he's got a Budweiser in hand, and the phone rings, he picks it up. "So what's up, B?" "Nothing. Watching the game, having a bud." Roommate walks in the door. What's up? Then you go to they tell like another roommate, pick up the phone. He's working on his computer. Yeah, what's going on? What's up? What up?
The last one is the best one.
Tell him about the last one. Since you have it on your list. Tell him about
the last one where someone buzzes the intercom to come up and he hits the intercom and he just does a what's up, and then all of a sudden all of them are just going crazy.
And the way they each say it is different and unique. And then at the end, it goes back to the same question. So what's up, B? Nothing. Watching the game, having a bud, and it finishes with true.
Yeah.
This started a couple catchphrases when we were in high school.
This went viral before going viral.
Yes.
This went global.
So everyone was saying what's up. Everyone was saying true. There were so many things that came from this commercial. Watch it. It's ridiculous, but you'll find yourself, laughing.
Great.
And it's total like boy humor.
Well, like I said, it's simple, but it's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, my number 4. I'm going to go with the, go all the way back to 93, the McDonald's Jordan versus Bird.
Oh, yeah.
Classic commercial.
Yeah.
Not a funny one, but it's Jordan sits down on the court in a chair, and he puts his bag down, and Larry Bird says, "What's in the bag?" Tells him, "I have a Big Mac and fries." And Larry Bird says, "I'll play you for it." Jordan says, "What, you want to play me for my Big Mac?" Bird tells him, "We'll shoot. The first one to miss has to watch the other guy eat the Big Mac." And they decide to shoot from everywhere. They're up in the rafters, they're in the bleachers, they're outside. They're shooting from the top of skyscrapers. But that commercial, to me, is such a nostalgic commercial. A classic Jordan Bird commercial.
I can't remember, but doesn't somebody come pick up the bag like while they're shooting?
We'll come back to this commercial because it's on my list.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll talk more about it.
Yeah, we don't. All right, you're number 3, Brad.
2010, Old Spice comes out with
Old Spice was another great
Yeah.
brand as far as putting these out.
This was one of the most genius branding ploys by any company ever. This is called The Man Your Man Could Smell Like. It starts out with a guy, looks like a supermodel. He's an actor. He's in the shower and he's saying, what does he say? "Oh, hello, ladies.
Look at your man. Look at me.
Look at your man. Look at me. Look at your man. Look back at me." He's like, "Tell your man to quit using these lady scented body washes and trying to push Old Spice." And then, but it's genius because it's just like the scene keeps changing flawlessly. It's not like it keeps cutting to other scenes.
Yeah.
He's in the shower, then he's on a boat. Then he's got an oyster that's got tickets to anywhere your girl wants to go, and then it turns into a handful of diamonds, and then he's sitting on a horse. But some fun facts in this though. This commercial went viral. It won an Emmy, and it boosted sales by 60% for Old Spice. Just unbelievable marketing ploy here.
What kind of deodorant did you rock in high school?
Old Spice,
Old Spice.
original.
Old Spice.
Yeah, they always had the good flavors, different.
Now, when you're first sprouting some armpit hairs and you take your granddad's Old Spice, man, did it burn. It's like putting aftershave on before you.
I never used
facial
another
hair.
man's deodorant.
Old Spice was another. Old Spice was another one that was up there with like Doritos and Budweiser and Pepsi.
Yeah.
All right, so for my number 3, this comes from Super Bowl 53 in 2019. The Pats beat the Rams in this defensive battle 13-3. This commercial starts out, Roger Goodell is giving a speech commemorating the 100th year in the NFL. Marshawn Lynch, in his mischievous way, is eyeing this giant cake. And he's looking at it, and he leans over. He's going to try to get like a little swipe, just like a little kid would do. And he knocks into the cake, and this golden football falls on the ground. Mike Singletary, his wide-eyed middle linebacker look, yells, "Fumble!" and chaos ensues. You've got over 40 current and past NFL players. You've got Peyton Manning in this one. You've got Emmitt Smith and Barry Sanders. You've got Brian Urlacher and Dominican Sue. You've got Joe Montana.
Prime time.
Michael Irvin calling for a pass from Montana. Montana won't throw it to him because he's a Cowboy. He throws it to Jerry Rice. You had modern players. You had OBJ, Odell Beckham, doing his one-handed grab. Tom Brady gets in the action. He takes his Super Bowl rings off, hands them to Baker Mayfield so that he can get in on the action. This is it's about a 2-minute video. You know, Peyton throws a pass and they're like, say something like, "Oh, look good, Peyton." He's like, "That one's going to hurt." It has just about everything you would want. Richard Sherman. And what they were doing, they were celebrating the 100th season in the NFL. But also, a great thing about a good Super Bowl commercial is the soundtrack. So when this chaos starts happening, it starts up with DMX's Party Up, and then it switches to Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock's It Takes Two.
Yeah.
And so this commercial had a little bit of everything. Do yourself a favor, check it out.
It's an amazing commercial. That's on my list.
Well, look, if for any of the people who are like, who think that NFL players like tank or fix games, go watch this commercial. The competitive nature of an NFL player will tell you games are not fixed.
When Ed Reed comes out in hiding and just demolishes, I can't remember who it was.
Every legend in
Larry
that commercial.
Fitzgerald. There are so many good athletes in this.
Good one.
It's great commercial.
That's a great one. My number 3, we already said the Budweiser "What's up" commercial. I just like saying the "What's up."
It made all the lists.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into any more detail and repeat the commercial.
Go watch it.
I'll go into more detail next.
Okay, well, you're up.
All right,
number 2?
My number 2 is a Reebok commercial. This started as a short film, and they were making like episodes. 9 episodes got created out of this one commercial. This is the Terry Tate office linebacker commercial.
So good.
This features a fictional football player.
Terry Tate.
Yeah, this company, Felcher and Sons or something. And so the head of the company brings in Terry Tate as a motivator to boost productivity. So this guy is tackling people. He's trash talking people.
You know you need a cover sheet on your TPS reports, Richard.
And then the famous line right after he says that is, "Hey, Janice."
What is it called? He says something about the coffee, which is hilarious. I can't remember. That's actually number 1 for me. I'll tell you right now. That's, to me, by far the best Super Bowl commercial.
There's one guy playing solitaire, and he wins in solitaire, stands up from his desk and just gets leveled.
I mean, the great part about this is he destroys these people. I mean, the hits are amazing in this commercial.
In my opinion, the only thing that would have made this a better commercial is if Terry Tate was played by Terry Crews.
Yes.
I think that would have been the only thing that could have improved this.
With a couple pep pumps.
Cheeseburger Eddie.
But yeah, the ad did so well. Reebok made 9 episodes.
That's crazy.
Wow. All right, my number 2, I went back and forth between number 2 and number 1 for this one. This is truly an iconic commercial. I'll give my reasoning for why I picked number 1 when I show my number 1, but number 2, this one came out 1992, Super Bowl 26. The Redskins, AJ's Redskins, the last time they were any good, Mark Rippon led, beat the Bills 37-24. This one starts out at a rural gas station, all right, in a rural town.
One of my favorite.
Yes.
1963 hit song, Just One Look by Doris Troy is playing. You see a red sports car pull up, and this is the sports car where the doors like come up like this. It makes you think of like Glenn Goulia's car.
Lamborghini.
It's like Glenn Goulia's car in The Wedding Singer. And out steps a 26-year-old Cindy Crawford. Mm-hmm. You've got these 2 young boys across the street standing there. One's got a backwards hat on. They can't be more than like 8 or 10 years old.
Yeah.
They're awestruck. Their mouths are agape. They look like Michael Squints Polydorus when he sees Wendy Peppercorn. Cindy gets out of the car. She goes over to the Pepsi machine. She puts in her change. She gets out of Pepsi. She starts drinking it. Pans back to these boys. They're just like looking at each other, looking at her. And it ends with one of the boys saying, "Is that a great new Pepsi can or what?" Pepsi was unveiling a new design for their can. They knocked it out of the park with this commercial. This is a brilliant commercial. Also, little trivia. Did you guys know Pepsi was started in our great home state of North Carolina?
Oh, yeah.
New Bern, North Carolina. Pharmacist in 1893. Anybody know what Pepsi was first called before it was called Pepsi?
Pepsi Bismol.
Pepsid.
Brad's drink. The pharmacist's name was Brad. So the Pepsi commercial from 1992 with Cindy Crawford. I flip-flopped back and forth 1 and 2 with this one many times. This is an iconic commercial.
Yeah. As a young boy watching this commercial, I was awestruck just like those boys in it.
Yeah.
My number 2 is the NFL 100 that we already talked about. But that commercial, for as far as like modern commercials go, amazing commercial. Just like you said, every legend that you think of in there. Yeah, number 2, the NFL 100 from 2017. Ready for your number 1?
You can't not have this one at number 1. Brent and Jimmy have already talked about it. A couple facts, though. This boosted sales by 2.4 million barrels in the first year. Another great marketing ploy. So it's such a simple commercial. It didn't go really into marketing the beer. It was just marketing friendship. You know? But
marketing dudes.
But this was it's so popular. The Simpsons parodied it, and so did Scary Movie. I don't know if
that's great. That part of Scary Movie.
Strong hit. Budweiser was so creative with their commercials. You know, we'll get to, I'm sure, a few honorable mentions, but they were ones that every year you looked forward to because you knew like it was going to be something funny, something different. Great advertising team back then. Mm-hmm. All right, my number 1, Jimmy already mentioned it. It's the Bird versus Jordan Showdown McDonald's commercial. Here's why I went with this one, number 1. It screams our childhood. First off, McDonald's was where you wanted to be. Happy Meals, the Monopolies game.
Yeah.
A couple other things. Look at Michael Jordan's sweater in this shirt. It says 90s. It's got purple on it, blue on it, yellow on it, I think red on it maybe. It's like this random patterned sweater
that he's rocking. It was in style back in the day.
The first thing Bird tells Mike once they agree to terms on this, no dunking.
That's right, yep.
And then the brilliance of this commercial to me, though, this was a 2-part commercial.
Yeah.
After they make their first 3 basic shots, they start with like a shot behind the backboard, a mid-range like hook shot, and then a 3-pointer. It goes to be continued. Mike tells you this might take a while. Go get yourself a Big Mac. So you found yourself, after the first commercial, waiting the rest of the Super Bowl going, when's part 2 going to drop?
But most importantly for McDonald's, you found yourself doing what? Going and getting a Big Mac.
Yes. And so Jimmy nailed it. The shots get more and more crazy, more and more complex. I believe it did not happen in this first commercial, but there was a sequel of this commercial a few years later. I can't remember if it was Magic Johnson or Charles Barkley, but one of them, while they were shooting the competition, came and ate the lunch that they were playing for. Right. I don't remember who it was.
I think that's the one you're thinking of.
Which one? Sorry, I blanked.
When you were saying, doesn't someone come sit down and eat the meal?
It was Johnson, right?
It was a sequel afterwards. It was either Barkley or Magic. I can't remember who it was, but one of them sat down and eventually...
Charles Barkley.
I think it was. I want to say it was Charles. This was just, in my opinion, as 90s as you could get for a commercial. Jordan was taking the torch from Bird at this time.
Yeah.
Bird was like... starting to have the back issues. The Celtics and Lakers had that dynasty. Magic and Bird were passing the face of the NBA torch to Michael Jordan. This commercial signified that.
Well, this reminds me, too. We totally forgot when we did our top 5 Nintendo games. Jordan versus Bird.
It's a great one.
We didn't mention it, but remember you could do the dunk contest
and the three-point
contest in that?
And speaking of dunk and three-point contest, in a few weeks we're going to be doing some All-Star Game stuff that's going to have some fun top 5s or interesting moments. So, Jimmy, who'd you have at number?
Yeah, my number 1 Terry Tate, office linebacker. I
So
mean,
good.
every time I watch that commercial, it cracks me up.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Can we rattle off a few honorable mentions real quick?
Yeah, rattle them off
yeah.
if you got 'em.
All right,
I
so
got a
I had
handful.
another Pepsi one. This was at a diner. It's like winter time. Two guys pull into a diner, and one drives for Pepsi, one drives for Coke.
Oh yeah.
And they're becoming like chummy during the time. They're showing each other pictures of kids. They're having good conversation. There's that like "Let's Get Together" song on in the background, and so the Coke, the Coke driver offers the Pepsi guy a sip of his Coke, and he drinks it and smiles. The Pepsi guy offers the Coke guy a sip of his Coke, and then he goes to get it back, and the Coke guy will not give the Pepsi back. And so next thing you know, they're going to blows in this diner. That was a great honorable mention. I had the Budweiser frogs.
But
yeah, you can't forget about
Fries,
That was an
Burger.
iconic one. The Doritos, I had the Pug and the gym one, where they steal
Pug.
Tim's chips at the gym, and he comes out, and he's in like armor of Doritos, and
the Pug one is hilarious. I watched that video again. The guy in that commercial that's teasing the
Yeah.
Pug is hilarious.
That's
I
great.
watch it over a couple times.
Didn't Doritos have like a finger cleaner
Yeah,
one?
yeah, the
Where guy's
Doritos-
like licking his finger.
Yeah, the guy, you put it in, it said finger cleaner after you ate Doritos, and you put your finger in a desk, and it would come up clean. And so several people
So
did
many.
that, and then they panned under the desk, and there's a guy under there just sucking the Dorito crumbs off the fingers.
How about, I don't know if this was Super Bowl or not. Do you remember a commercial with John Madden? It was like the all Madden team where he's driving the bus and he's stopping and picking up all these players like Bruce Smith and I can't remember it exactly. We'll have to go research that one, but that was a good commercial.
what I remember is that scene from Little Giants,
Yes.
where he's picking up some of the NFL players to bring to Rick Moranis' team.
How about, you can't forget about the Betty White Snickers commercial.
Oh, yeah.
It's the, like, when you're hungry, you turn into a different person.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of guys playing backyard football, and and there's Betty White out there.
Yep.
And she gets leveled,
Dude, it's great.
catching a pass across the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his quarterback's like, "What are you doing, man? You're playing like Betty White. Have a Snickers."
Those Snickers. That was, I think
Yeah.
that was like the first of the, have a Snickers when you're hungry type
Yeah,
commercials. Yeah.
Budweiser Instant Replay. You guys remember this?
Yeah.
The Clydesdales are playing
yeah.
a football game,
Yep.
and there's a zebra under the instant replay hood. And then the two Cowboys are sitting as spectators watching the game, and the one goes, "That referee's a jackass." And the other one goes, "I'm pretty sure he's a zebra."
Yup. Oh, yeah.
I gotta just say one more. here.
There's a few I got to rattle off.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll wait.
The swear jar. This
Oh,
is
that's
another.
a great one.
This was Bud Light. This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
an office
Yeah.
setting
Yup.
again,
Yeah.
and somebody accidentally swears in the office, and the receptionist is like, "All right, put money in the swear jar," and
He
they're
says,
like,
what
they're like,
for?
"What's it for?" He's like, a Bud Light fund. So everyone in the office just starts swearing in every sentence, and they keep filling up the Bud Light fund.
Yeah. I gotta mention, we mentioned Scary Movie a little bit ago. I gotta mention a commercial with Chris Elliott in it. This was the avocados from Mexico
yeah.
commercial.
I know
It's
that
like
one.
they create this like
Yep.
utopia, and it's very like health conscious, kind
Or
of
everyone freaks
hippie
out or
oriented.
something.
Well, they're talking about avocados, but the people realize that like inside the snow globe utopia, things are supposed to be like perfect and good. But there's no tortilla chips. The tortilla chips are on the
Yep.
outside. People start freaking out. Chris Elliott is in this somehow,
Yep.
like signing autographs
Yeah.
or whatever for people. This was a great commercial.
You got a couple
Awesome.
honorable mentions. I got two more that I have to mention.
Puppy Monkey Baby. Puppy Monkey Baby.
I know everyone loves those.
It's
I watch
so
it again. It's
weird.
so weird that I can't get into it. The thing freaks me out.
It licks the guy's face.
How
Yeah.
about this one's pretty recent too, and it's just as bizarre as Puppy Monkey Baby, but it's Mountain Dew Seal.
Oh, I forgot about that
Where
one.
Seal is an actual seal.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
so
yeah.
good.
Mountain
And
Dew
it
has
is
some
so
bizarre commercials, but I think that's their thing.
And Sprint had a great one. This was the crime deterrent phone. There's two guys in the locker room, like a country club style locker room. The one guy's bragging about like having the most recent phone and what it can do, And the other guy was like, yeah, mine can do that, but it also has crime deterrent. Go ahead, try to take my phone. The guy reaches for it, and he just chucks the phone, and it hits him right in the face.
I can't think of Mountain Dew without thinking of the guy making pterodactyl sounds and Harold and Kumar go to White Castle.
Extreme!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. We got to keep it moving.
All right, yeah. So that,
Do you have any? Do you have like one or two?
No.
All right.
Now, we're going to wrap it up for the Super Bowl commercials. I'm sure we go all night once again with this. But we are going to move on to some Super Bowl prop bets.
These are always fun.
I love doing this during the Super Bowl, just making a ton of weird prop bets on here. So we're going to give you some of our favorites.
Yeah.
And this is, once again, we're not telling you to spend all your money gambling. This is for fun. So if you want to have fun and check this out and try it, then do that.
And most of our prop parlays or whatever, the odds are so far, you only have to bet $1.
Yeah, exactly.
If you ever hit one of Brad's parlays, you're going to be set. All right, you want me to start it out?
Yeah, go for it.
I'll give you a handful of my favorite. I already said my lock. This is probably going to be my lock for the parlay this weekend. I got Drake May over 38.5 rushing yards.
Yeah.
I think it's a foregone conclusion. I'll tell you a guy who I really like this week is Mac Hollins. He's finally healthy again. Mac Hollins showed a real connection with Drake May towards the end of the season. There's two bets that I like here.
And he's holding on to the ball, finally.
First one is a simple one. Mac Hollins over 28 receiving yards. I think the Pats are going to have to throw the ball to try to keep up with Seattle. The second one I really like, though, this is a juicy number, plus 700. I got Mac Hollins 2+ receptions in each half at plus 700.
Okay.
I'll tell you, there's another one I really like. It's another parlay. Got two good defenses here. Like I said, Darnold led the NFL in turnovers. So I want to parlay both quarterbacks to throw an interception at plus 194. My final lock, Kenneth Walker under 73.5 rushing yards. I don't think he gets above 70 yards in this game against that New England front.
Yeah, well, all right. Go and make those bets right now. Those are all winners. You want to...
Yeah, I got two. One I put in actually like a week ago because I just get antsy, you know? I get that itch. This one's a 4-pick parlay at plus 445. It's a very safe one though.
It's only 4 picks.
This is Kenneth Walker anytime touchdown. I know he may get held to minimal yardage. I think he's going to still be a major part of this game, an important part of this game, whether he catches the ball and runs one in or runs one in from short yardage or something. Sam Darnold, 20+ completions. Like Brent said, I think this is going to be more of a passing game for him. Drake May, 30+ rushing yards. And you can't hold Jackson Smith and Jigba down. 90+ receiving yards. My other one is a single prop bet at plus 330. But I can see with this front four of Seattle really disrupting May, this is a anytime red zone interception. And I can see it happening either way. You may have Darnold seeing ghosts at some point in the game, but I do like this front four of Seattle not sending blitzers. So if they could disrupt him and make him make some really fast decisions while he's in the red zone, I could see this one happening.
All right. Yeah, I actually like Mac Hollins. I think he was first game back last week. He had 51 receiving yards, and Drake May only had like 86 passing yards. So I think he looks to Mac Hollins often. We talked about this earlier. Ramondre Stevenson, under 14.5 carries. He's only had more than that in 3 games this season. All right, and just 5 running backs this year have had more than 14.5 carries all year against the Seahawks. So I think if you're looking for that, you get that at minus 115.
What's the fun in that?
And then we're going to get to the fun ones. MVP, Jackson Smith and Jigba, plus 550.
Ooh.
Why not put some money on it? You know, I don't know. You never know. It's usually quarterbacks, but, you know, he could have a big game. JSN, 4+ receptions in each half, plus 350 if they have to throw the ball. And also, one more for him, JSN, first touchdown scorer, plus 550.
Okay. And Jigba's always open.
Take these all with a grain of salt. Like you said, $1 if you want. You know, we'll win you some money. And then I have one. It's called Scoregami. Have you guys ever heard of this?
No.
Will a Scoregami happen?
Is this in the Chinese Super Bowl?
So I had to look this up, and it was coined by, I should have wrote his name down. I can't remember, so sports writer. But basically, it's the final score of the Super Bowl will be a score that has never happened in any Super Bowl before.
Wow.
All right? You could get that at plus 2,500.
So, like, even if one team...
Yeah, the final.
The final,
final score.
Yeah, the final score between the team, a score, you know, that has never happened. And then I'm thinking defense. All right? This is plus 9,000, folks. All right?
Go big or go home.
This is plus 9,000. This one, you put a few bucks on.
We're dreamers.
and you might make out good. But this is DeMarcus Lawrence's MVP. If this turns out to be defensive game, real defensive, and there's not a lot of scoring, all right? DeMarcus Lawrence has led the Seahawks in everything this year. Sacks, hurries, all that. You know, if it becomes a big defensive battle, low-scoring game, and he has a good game, you guys might make out all right at that plus 9,000.
You will make out all right.
I'll tell you what else that'd be interesting just to watch out for. And the reason I say this is because Mike Vrabel is the head coach of the New England Patriots. Now, you guys remember, Mike Vrabel was a linebacker, has multiple touchdown receptions in Super Bowls, okay?
Yep.
I would not be surprised to see a trick play where a New England offensive lineman or someone ends up catching a touchdown in this Super Bowl as a nod to...
Yeah.
I thought you might say like a plus 20,000 Mike Vrabel to have one tackle in this game.
Here's something else that I thought would have been really cool. If I'm Seattle, I'm the GM, I'm running the team, here's what I do. One of my all-time favorite athletes, a genuine national treasure. We've already mentioned him twice on this podcast. I'm signing Marshawn Lynch to a one-day contract. If I get down within the 2-yard line, he's punching it in for the touchdown.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
That would be amazing. I don't even know if you're allowed, but that would be amazing.
That's what the common sense coach is for. That's common sense GM right there.
Kenneth Walker would be like, what the hell is happening right now?
If I'm down at halftime, I'm calling in Mike Tomlin to trip someone on the sideline in the second half.
Yeah, folks. So those are your prop bets. Like we were saying, you can make 20 prop bets, put $1 on each. It makes it fun for the Super Bowl. You can keep up with it throughout.
If you have a gambling problem, call Jimmy.
Yes, call me and I'll refer you to the Parlay Kid. All right, let's move off that. We're going to finish up here, and we just wanted to get this in. There's been a lot going on in the NBA, especially this week. A lot of trades going on. I know, Brent, you had some trades down in the NBA.
I'm excited. I think the biggest name one is James Harden to the Cavs for Darius Garland. I'm kind of excited for the Clippers on this one because they have brutal start to the season. Kawhi has looked like Kawhi of old lately. Yeah. They've started winning some games. I like Garland if he can just stay healthy. He's had foot issues. If you can keep that guy on the court, I'm excited to see this one. My Celtics made a big move. It was tough giving up Simons. He's been our sixth man this year. He's been balling off the bench, but we got a center. We desperately needed a center. Celtics picked up Vucevic, somehow possibly related to Brad and I, from the Chicago Bulls. Vucevic can score. We needed some offensive output.
They needed a big man.
And I still don't know what's going to happen with Tatum, but that was a big move. The other big one that I think we need to talk about, Jaren Jackson Jr., going out to the Utah Jazz. Again, we've talked about this so many times, how the Luka trade made no sense. They got 1 first rounder for Luka. 1.
Yeah.
Jaren Jackson acquired 3 first rounders during
It's
this
crazy.
trade. It's insane. The other thing to keep an eye on is Giannis going to end up somewhere. You're hearing Miami buzz. I would love to see him out at Golden State. I think Golden State should flip him, get rid of Draymond. I want to see Steph Curry have another chance to win a title.
How about this just in today, Anthony Davis to the Wizards. The Wizards already acquired Trae Young.
Yeah.
Which they're not going to play him at all this year because I think they're trying to tank for a good draft. Now,
great draft
again,
coming up this year.
This is one of the best draft
Great
classes
draft.
we've ever seen. We got people saying Cooper Flagg wouldn't even be in the top 5 in this draft with the talent that's coming out this year. So, I don't know. Is Davis washed up? Can they make some noise next year with a restructured team? Then my thing was, where does Giannis go? But what I want to see is him go to the Timberwolves and play with Ant-Man. It would almost be like the most recent thing to a Kobe and Shaq.
They're so similar scoring-wise, though, to me, that except Edwards could shoot some threes, but yeah, that'll be tough. They're 2 alphas.
You know, I read
It'll be
reports.
fun.
I read reports today saying Milwaukee is like really ramping up trying to keep Giannis, and it's interesting for a small market team. Do you hit the reset button, get rid of him, before he leaves in free agency at some point, or do you try to go, look, this is like a once in a generational player.
Yeah.
He's won us a title. They've been trying to build around him. It just hasn't worked. Damian Lillard got hurt. The guys that they brought in, it hasn't worked.
One more thing to look at. I doubt anything's going to happen by the deadline, but by the end of the year maybe or after this season, are the Lakers going to pay LeBron $50 million next year?
LeBron won't be a Laker next year.
And if not, do him and Bronny go back to Cleveland together?
Be interesting to see.
I mean, look, I don't think LeBron is a Laker next year. Everything that is happening, it's like a farewell tour without calling it that. I mean, they played the Knicks his last game at MSG. He was reminiscing about it and saying how he'll miss that venue. So the way that
he hangs it up,
he has nothing else to prove unless he's going to be on a team that has like an absolute title shot. What else does he have to prove? He's done it long enough. He's put up the stats. I do hear rumors that maybe he goes back to the Cavs next year to finish out a year there, try and, win a chip with Harden and the young guys. But, I don't know. I feel like he's going to hang it up.
Is there any buzz, Jimmy, with the Knicks and Giannis? Any potential there? Like a trade or...
The problem is you'd have to give up too much. The Knicks don't have many, they don't have any draft picks really. And then you'd have to give up OG, which... You'd basically have to give up Bridges as well. That's your 2 best defenders, and you'd be getting Giannis, who's a great defender, but now it just doesn't really make sense. And it would be really hard to make that type of trade for the Knicks without any draft capital. But I'd love to see it. I'd love to see him on there. And then we also had Chris Paul traded to Toronto. Shams said he doesn't think Chris Paul will ever play in the NBA again.
He doesn't even need to report, I think.
No, they said he doesn't need to report. They're going to work on a trade for him, but Shams said it's most likely the end for him.
I saw Dallas as a potential landing spot for Paul. I think him and Flagg might have the same agent. They have some sort of connection.
Yeah.
Dallas
I could see
just
him
got
maybe
Middleton.
mentoring.
Didn't Dallas get Middleton?
I don't know.
I want to say Dallas went to
Probably
Middleton.
if that trade.
Yeah, there's been a lot of trades.
Middleton, and that's
happening.
great. I think for Flagg. Before we close it though, huge game this weekend. Even as a NC State Wolfpack fan, this game's always fun to watch. Number 4 Duke at number 14 UNC.
Boozer boys.
Duke UNC. In a few weeks, we may have a fun segment where we do a Duke UNC debate between Brent and Jimmy. But yeah, Cameron Boozer, phenom this year. Yeah. 23.3 points per game, 9.9 rebounds per game, 4 assists per game. On the other end, Caleb Wilson for Carolina. He's got 20 points per game, almost 10 rebounds per game. these are two guys that are going to be in the top 5 draft picks this year.
Yeah,
it's an exciting game to watch.
This will be a fun game. If you don't watch ACC basketball, you should. You get these matchups a lot.
Yeah.
And also make sure you guys tune in next week. Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and we're going to be doing some Valentine's Day stuff, some Valentine's Day themes for the next episode.
Look, we're going to have a little something for both sides of the Valentine's Day, whether you're happily in a relationship and something that feels happy and exciting, and we've got a little heartbreak in there as well, which, you know, a Jets fan knows all too much about.
Not only that, I got a lot of heartbreak teams.
And sorry, we missed out. We had a crazy blizzard here, and we didn't put out a 3-leg sports mixtape parlay last weekend. We didn't have much to put it on anyway. We will put one out this weekend.
Super Bowl.
Tail us or fade us, yeah.
Super Bowl.
I think we've won twice out of the past few weeks that we have done it. So.
Well, what's nice is the odds are so long, you only have to win twice.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next week.